If you're a woman in your 30s and 40s and you feel like you're doing everything right, but it's just not working, you have low energy, you have brain fog, you're not able to get things done. And then the thing that is like the worst way to wake up in the morning is you're not feeling good in your body. Nothing is fitting you anymore. You're bloated. Even foods don't feel the same way as they used to. And the only thing you're looking forward to at the end of the day is to crash on the couch, like brain numb yourself with one of the TV shows, or even going to the kitchen, seeing what's there, and just feeling something differently than what you're feeling right now. Listen, I get what you're talking about. I've gone through it. My clients have gone through it. And I really want you to watch this video because I'm going to give you a different perspective of what's happening. And when you have a different perspective, maybe that's going to give you the clarity you need to take the extra steps forward to know what to do. If you're new to my world, my name is Dina, Merhbi, and I am a Peak Performance Strategist. My aim is not the hustle culture that you see very often with a lot of coaches out there. My aim is to help you understand how to work with your body, with your mind, and with your lifestyle to help you create a life that you love, that you can sustain for the long term. Because when you're feeling amazing in your body and in your mind and your soul, relationships are different, work is different, everything is different. And I get it, okay? You're smart, you're focused, and you don't have a discipline problem, okay? Maybe some days give you a little bit different curveballs, but it happens. But here's the thing. If you're in your 30s and your 40s, you're probably in a different kind of range in your life than when you're in your 20s, right? You are moving up the ladder in your business. Maybe you start your own business. Maybe you're starting family or raising your family. And as well, what we've been seeing is people being in that sandwich generation, right? Taking care of their kids, but as well taking of their parents, aunts, uncles, and so on. So when you're in your 30s and your 40s, your life is so different. It feels like you have so many more things to juggle, right? So many more responsibilities. So what I want to talk about is let's stop minimizing things that it's just hormones, it's just perimenopause. Because yes, perimenopause is real. And as women, we've been going through fluctuations from the day we had our period until our last period, and maybe a little bit after, depending on how our menopause phase is going through. But we've always been going through hormonal changes. And yes, 30s and 40s, there's still hormonal changes, but there's another added layer. Our life is not the same as we were in our 20s. And by understanding that, you're able to actually kind of cut yourself some slack, thinking that you have to jump on that bandwagon of what we're seeing online right now. It's a buzzword, isn't it, perimenopause? It's like we need to talk about it, and 100% we need to talk about it. But why aren't we talking about the concept that your life in your 30s and 40s is not what it used to be in your 20s? So the way to eat, to move, to be, to rest, to work, to function is not the same as in your 20s. And again, we're still pushed that work-life balance. We're still pushed the hustle mentality. We're still pushed as women, maybe the Wonder Woman effect. We need to be able to do it all and not ask for any help. So all that is actually making our symptoms worse. This is making our energy worse. This is making our brain fog worse. Because when you have more responsibilities, you cannot expect to do everything perfectly, even though that's what we put on ourselves. Women and men both are going through that struggle. But when you look at that phase of your 30s and your 40s, it's coming with other things at the same time. There is perimenopause, but we've also seen a higher rate of burnout, more with women than with men. We've seen a higher rate as well of sick leave. We've seen a lot of higher rate of people leaving the workplace to focus more on their family. Yes, they want to prioritize their family, but they had to make a decision because everything was too much. Because the whole concept of work-life balance is keeping us exhausted. Work-life balance does not mean being perfect in everything. It's understanding what needs my priority and what does not need my priority. Delegating. Yes, my people. Delegating. So I'm going on like one angle, but let me bring you back on the path is in your 30s and your 40s, even in your 50s, your life is very different. So you need to restructure things in your life very differently if you want to be able to wake up energized. And as well, hormonal changes are real. You need to eat in a different way. You need to move in a different way. You need to recalibrate in a different way. You need to function in a different way. And let's be honest, if you're in your 40s, are you wearing the same thing that you were in your 20s? No, you've evolved, you've changed. So why is it so easy for us to just evolve our outside layer, which is our clothing, but we don't realize we need to evolve what we're putting into our body and the way we're moving our body at the same time. So you're not broken, you're not lacking discipline. And yes, maybe right now you might be feeling lazy and you're not getting things done because you're trying to fit a model that is not made for you. You need to find the model that fits you. It's another way around. We need to do a shift. So let it be hormonal changes. Let it be exhaustion. Let it be what I'm going to talk about in next training, which is inflammation. There's all these different things that come in kind of at the same time, and we're pushing it aside, just saying it's age and it's just hormones. Why not kind of take a step back and saying, okay, my life is not the same. A lot of changes have happened. How can I lean back, create a better foundation, and then move forward with more specific recommendations? That's what I did when I went through my burnout. I was like, burnout, perimenopause, they all kind of came at the same time. I'm like, you know what? Let me go back to the basics. Let me reset my system. Let me work with my body and not against it. And everything shifted. Everything. I didn't have to go do so many things. I found the core things that helped me, and I've been doing it for the past 15 years. Bit of adjustment, because you always need to adjust. But my foundation, I understand how my body works. I understand what movement means to me. I understand in terms of rest. I don't focus on self-care kind of like as a band-aid, like taking a day off. My core functioning is really how can I optimize and make my body in its best state so I can show up in my best state. Because your body impacts your mind. Remember, your brain is in your body. It's all impacted. So yes, you want to kind of, if you have any issues, seeing your doctor, getting a diagnosis, see what's happening there. But remember, in your 30s and your 40s, so many things are coming into play. Let's not just have tunnel vision and focusing on one thing. Why not take a step back and saying, you know what? Why do I not just focus on creating a foundation? Let me get my body and me back together. And that was the aim of my book. It's called Reconnect. How can we reconnect and understand that our body is a solution and not the problem? And once you do that, it is so much clearer to know what is the extra work to do. Before we continue, before we forget this, I did actually a free assessment. There's different ways that we drain our energy. It's also in our actions, but also in our mindset and our beliefs and our personality traits. Right below, you have the free energy leak assessment. It tells you exactly in 2 minutes or less where you're draining your energy. So before you jump on this quick hack or supplement system and so on, and just kind of seeing what online media is telling you and you just jump on it, get to know what your body wants. When you know what your body wants, when you know what's actually draining and leaking you, you know what are the right actions to take. So 2 minutes right below. And the second thing I want you to focus on today is what is happening in your day-to-day. Are you doing activities that are expanding you, feeling you energized? Or are you mostly on an exhausted, drained energy? Because by assessing how your day is, you'll be able to understand, okay, there's also a lifestyle change or a habit change or maybe an environmental change we need to do. All these have impacts. But again, I don't want to minimize perimenopause. I don't want to minimize hormonal changes. It is a real thing. It does have an impact. But if you are going through hormonal changes, going back to the basics, getting the guideline, the baseline of your body is one of the most important things before you move forward and try all these different things that might actually make things worse, because maybe you just need to reset your system, and that would have gotten everything back on track. Because my aim is to help you feel better and create an amazing life, because I know you have so many things you want to create, so much ambition. Let's get that done together. I want you to check the next video because I'll be diving in a new thing that we're talking about, inflammation. And so many things are not diagnosed because we don't have all the tests, but your body feels something. You are feeling something. Let's not neglect what it's saying. I did so many medical tests at one point when I had health issues, and the doctors just told me that it's just age. I was 33. He told me just eat less and move more. I was a dietitian at that point. I understood what health was. I took my health in my own hands. I found what the issue was, and I've never looked back since. So if you have symptoms, you have something that's not feeling good, yes, go see a doctor. Yes, go get the medical test. But if everything comes out negative, there is always something there that maybe we're not able to test. And the most important thing in the beginning is just going back to the basics. So get the energy leak assessment right below. Think about your day. Are you expansive or restrictive? And if you're curious about creating a reset with your system, just comment right below reset and I'll give you an idea how we can work together. On that note, I wish you a beautiful and a balanced day. Dina Merhbi here. I'll catch you in the next trading.